Definitely.
Now we're live. Okay.
Okay.
But we were just talking about Alterna, and Keith Gleason's here. He's a fellow Alterna creator. And
Thanks, Clint.
there's definitely like a... Sorry, I got to turn my audio off on the other one. There's definitely like a a culture. Do you know what I mean? Like any company has a culture, but in Alterna, there's like this very friendly, welcoming. Like I've just had such great experiences with interacting with Alterna creators. So it's great to have you on, so we can talk about your book, and everyone sort of in this sphere can get to know you a little bit better, including Eric Weathers, who's here with his crazy eyes on, or excited eyes.
There.
I don't know.
I've got crazy eyes. Hey, Keith.
How you doing?
It's good to see you guys.
Hey, good to see you too.
Yeah, compliment you, Eric. You do good lettering work.
Thank you.
As a fellow letterer.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We got Charlie here as well. Charlie Snogans. Welcome.
Hey, Charlie.
Cheers.
Charlie,
aloha.
Charlie just sent a picture that I think blew my mind, and I think it's going to blow everyone's mind. It's the cover for Fatal, but we're not going to show it just yet. You're all going to have
Fatal?
Fatal. Speaking of, hold on. I want to do this right, okay? I've been working on this pitch over the weekend, so let me do this right. Here we go. Here's the pre-launch page for Fatal.
Oh, cool.
It stands, everyone asks this, what does it stand for? Flynn's, we're going to do Fallon is his last name, but I guess it would work with Flynn. It's Flynn Fallon. It's a very comic book kind of name. So Fallon's Alien Termination and Logistics.
You need to change it to F Fatal, and it will be Flint Flossie's Alien Termination and Logistics.
Ooh, Flint Flossie. That's right. He's the rapper extraordinaire.
Yeah. He can smell all the inside.
Sci-fi action adventure.
Sci-fi action adventure. It is, from a writing standpoint. I've worked on this since last week. Okay. But this is a character-driven story, and I've really focused on, for the writing in this, for it to be character-driven. Normally, I'm a plot-driven writer. This is character-driven. I've had a lot of fun so far. I'm excited to show Charlie some updates as well. I'm not quite 100% there yet that I want to show things off, but I'm looking forward to this. Here's the pitch so far. We're going to work on this a little bit more. But so Fatal is, here we go. When debt collectors come for Flynn, he's forced to take the worst alien extermination job of his life, a nasty alien infection on a royal planet. He'll have to uncover the planet's sadistic secrets in order to save the planet and his friends. That's where we're at right now. Really great art. Yeah, again, like you can always room for improvement. This is just the beginning of pitching, but such great art. I'm so excited about the story. I'm bringing my A game. I read over Downcast 2 really after we got all these edits done. I'm very proud of it. I think I've grown as a writer. I think that will show, and I think Fatal is going to be just another massive leap. I think it's going to shock people with how great it is. So that's it. I'm excited about Fatal.
It's a good pitch, man. It's a clean continuum too. It's a clean from where you could leave. They could almost feel like sister stories.
Yeah.
Right?
There's I mean, the sci-fi, there's just so much to explore in that kind of thing, and this is, I don't know, it's just another perspective on sci-fi, but super fun. I mean, I'm seriously loving writing sci-fi. I keep thinking of more and more sci-fi stories, so I don't know, we'll see how many I go through before I want to do a historical fiction or something like that. But man, this book is going to knock people's socks off. We're also here too, just so everyone knows, Keith Gleason is here to talk about the Mighty Mascots campaign. This is on Indiegogo right now. I'm going to back it before the stream is over, but I like to see the number move. So
I just, like, a day before I saw this on Indiegogo, I picked up the first 3 on Alterna's website.
All right.
So
really?
I'm looking forward to those.
Oh, thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's like just a fun book. Like it's my throwback to like the Saturday morning cartoon era where we used to just grab a bowl of cereal and watch Saturday morning cartoons for hours. That's what this book is.
Yeah, love it. I love
Heaven,
so I bought a whole bunch of these, and I gave them out at Halloween. You know, the Alternaween.
Oh,
and
yep.
I didn't keep any Mighty Mascots books. I gave them all out because I was just shocked at how many kids we had. I started giving out too many comics, I think, earlier on, and then I had to like ration them through the night. So I gave them all out. So I'm going to be backing this so that I'm good to go. But
thank you.
Is this the complete story? I see the giant here you can get.
Yeah, you can either buy the singles, and they're all first printing still. And then you can get the giant, which collects 1, 2, 2, and 3.
Right.
The Indiegogo is to help me produce issues 4, 5, and 6, which, as you can see in that cover there, they're going to be going against evil video game mascots.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So people understand. Give us the concept here, because these are serial mascots.
Yes. So they were all brought to life by a 3D printing accident, and they become like a superhero team, basically. And their enemies are evil mascots, evil video game mascots. There's a whole other, story in the background about the villainous corporation that's creating these, and so I'm starting to build up. Now that the book's going to be ongoing, I'm going to start building up like subplots and like, do one and dones, instead of just doing like story arcs like we were doing with Alterna.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and then it's a lot of good little perks there, like exclusive covers and all that fun stuff for Indiegogo.
I love the Mario ripoff, and he's holding a shrimp and a pipe.
You gotta make him like an Italian mafia guy,
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It's the Sonic ripoff.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're all kind of like inspired by real mascots, basically.
That's fun.
It's just fun superhero stories with none of the BS in today's modern comics,
Yeah. What is this rated? Is this? It's kids, right? Because I know I handed it out to kids.
Yeah,
so.
It's all ages, but it's like all ages in the way that like Spider-Man was all ages for us in the 80s,
Yeah.
Like an adult can read it and a kid can enjoy it too. There's nothing crazy in it, like over the top violence or anything. But it's a little more adult than say like a YA, novel or something like that,
Sure. Yeah, I love that. To me, those are great stories, a good place to be because you can tell stories that are going to just appeal to a lot of people. It's rare that I can read a book. I'll read the comic and then I'll hand it over to my kids, and say, go ahead and read this too. That's always fun when you do that. I
can't do that with every book.
No.
Yeah, no, you can't. Like, it's sad too. Like, I mean, that's just a sad state of affair with comics in general, like where you have to look through a Superman book to make sure it's okay for a kid, it's nuts.
You never know when Batwing will be there or something,
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, fun book, basically.
Great.
My son and I is 5. We were just reading Shield, the Steranko Shield from.
Oh God!
Oh yeah.
The end of the 60s. He loves it, but there's never anything. I mean, we also read the Super Sons, but when you're reading the Super Sons, it was sort of, I don't know, man. The Robin curses a lot. He yells at the Superboy, or what are the? I can't show him the Dark Knight. I can't show him. So I got some Neil Adams Batman coming. They're going to be delivered, but
nice.
We have the Long Halloween. We can't really read that, But anything from the '60s, that's all good. I mean, the Romita Spider-Man stuff, even the John Byrne Fantastic Four is when it starts to, we can read the Kirby and. We can read the Kirby Fantastic Four. There's never any problem. There's no questions. But in the Byrne stuff, it starts to be, I don't know, is it the mid-'80s when somebody said, well, they're not just for kids?
right?
Yeah, as soon as Dark Knight, I think, hit, or Watchmen, that's when things started turning and everything.
Was it that the fan base was getting older, or was it? I mean, I suspect that was a big reason, but I don't know if it's just like, hey, let's write more for like stuff that we think is cool as creators. I'm not sure, but I love 80s comics though. There's a lot of really good ones. But yeah,
me too. I'm just saying that what happens? Why does that shift happen? What is that?
I don't know.
Market? Was it the market or was it people? I have no idea.
My assumption is that the reader base was getting older. That's my assumption.
Yeah,
but
it has to be then, right?
I would think so. But then you wonder, like, can you still? I don't know. I don't know. The one thing is, I wish they would have done, comics in general would do a better job at like having books for kids, because that's how it started. Yeah. But it's been, generally speaking, it's kind of difficult, especially to find new books that are for kids. At least I go to my local comic shop and they just started a little spinner rack that's short that actually has kids books in it. And so that was promising. There are only 4 or 5 titles. But it's like My Little Pony and Frozen, stuff like that. But that's something.
Well, I know my son likes the Dogman stuff, the Captain Underpants stuff. I mean, it's a good gateway drug, I guess.
Dude, Captain Underpants is awesome.
Because that's where he started, but now he's getting into the old stuff all my old stuff. He's like, we're on a path to collect Punisher 2099 right now.
Ooh.
Oh, really? How old's your boy?
He's 9. He'll be 10 in a couple of months.
I think that's still tame by 80 standards versus today. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. He just likes it because it looks cool and it's got it has the foil logo and it's they're just so inviting. Those 90s comics, especially that was their target audience were these kids,
right?
11, 12, 13 years old. He's like right on the verge of that. So
just want to look cool. Yeah. My son loves the Dogman books for all the, they get a lot of trash because the art, but the thing is they figured out kids like the simplified kind of thing, and again, it's a gateway drug, but
they want to laugh. It makes them laugh.
Yeah. It's just silly, over the top.
Yeah.
I thought if I did a kid's book, it'd have to just be ridiculous. That's what that's what the kids want. It's just fun that way, especially boys, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my girl, she loves reading we read the 1960s Thor stuff, Mighty Thor, and then she just wants to look through more and more and more. She's reading everything he's reading, and when I'm reading that with her, then I think she's saying everybody she looks at though. There's a Hela in the Thor stories, and she says, "I want to wear that." And then every girl that she sees, she says, "I want to wear that dress."
Yeah,
my boy doesn't do that.
It's funny.
He's already wearing a bow tie.
I was trying to talk my kids into hey, let's watch Star Wars. We're gonna watch it, and I was trying to explain it, and my daughter was like, I don't know. And I was like, there's the character, there's Luke Skywalker, there's Jedis, there's Princess Leia, and she was like, there's a princess in it. I was like, yeah. And so we went that route, but she was really into it because of Princess Leia. There's a princess. So at least that got her to watch the show. She never talks about it anymore. But
did you watch the new ones with her?
No, we haven't gone there. I feel like we need to have a talk first.
Jeez, wonder why.
Yeah,
we watched them, and I thought, oh, my daughter's gonna love Rey. No interest. None. Yeah. She's still talking about Princess Leia.
Yeah. There's something hilarious. Can't duplicate just iconic characters like Vaughn Klaus, for example. Can't be done.
Hey, I like that.
What's up, fellow icons? How you doing?
Going.
Charlie, your beard got so much bigger. Oh, that's a cat. Holy shit, that's awesome. Look at that.
I'm just letting him go where he's got to go.
Yeah.
Let him do what he wants to do. I
agree.
He's an old man.
Free range cat.
He's an old man, and I've recently given him he was my wife's cat, and when we got married, but as soon as I got married and lived here, I started brushing him and feeding him and taking care of him, and he would hang out on the table. And 5 years ago, I would say, let him be an outside cat. Who cares? Just let him go where he wants to go. It was just this year. He's 18, and he just became an indoor cat. And never has this cat been happier.
Yeah, Ben. Geriatric.
Look at him.
Look at him.
He's so happy.
Oh my God! Look at that. Woo!
A rugged
He's
old man.
So fluffy.
Yeah, he's huge.
I love it.
And he's
And
just
then-
here for food.
What's your cat's name, Charlie?
That is Nico. His full name is Koniko-chan.
Oh wow.
It's he was named by the lady that gave him to my wife. She's a dentist. The lady that gave him to my wife, and she was friends. Well, I think one of her clients was. I could tell she was a dentist that gave you that cat. And one of the people, I guess he was a client, and he was in the offices, and he said he was a Japanese guy, and Koniko-chan means little cat, so he got called Koniko-chan. So he's just Nico now.
I love it.
And
And
he's
then
not little.
yeah, it's like going against the grain. And then Vaughn has
He's not
Jasper. That sounds like
right.
an old cat's name, but you have to be born with the name. Right?
Jasper.
Yeah.
Really? I just thought it sounded like a British dude, but yeah.
British. Oh, I
Yeah,
can see that.
he's named after this British butler character I made who has the ability to make anything around him that he focuses on super sharp, and he's named Jasper the Shank. So I thought it was fitting for a little cat, for a clawy cat.
You never know. Yeah, I love that. So the title of this video is "Make It Foil." Is that what it is? Yeah, "Make It Foil." And I'm gonna ask for some professional opinions. We've got a panel of experts here, and that's because I'm working with the printer right now on Downcast. It's one of those things where I've done basically the majority of the things that I can do, and I'm waiting on a few little things. One of those being the printer and specifically the foil. And I don't want to get this wrong this time. We did black foil, which, spoiler alert, is just black. There's no foil.
It's a really shiny black, though. You can almost see yourself in it.
Yeah, so we're not gonna make that mistake again. So let me share my screen. I'm gonna look at some foils. I don't know. Looking at foil samples is really tough. There aren't that many, so don't worry. We're
That
not
sounds
picking
easy.
kitchen cabinets.
Oh.
So the way they did it is they made these animated GIFs. It's like a video basically.
Yeah.
I am hypnotized.
Foil
Yeah.
swatch. In isolation, this red looked
Dude.
popping. I love the red.
That's pretty.
I don't know if it looked good on the cover stuff because the color theory is a thing, right?
That red is good.
The red is good.
That's
Yeah,
what
look at
foil should be. That red is what it's all about. Red.
It's got
foil.
good energy.
Yeah.
I like it.
that. Well, that looked good with the down. I should probably pull them up. Huh?
Yeah, let's pull up the cover, please.
All right, let's do this. Ready, Indiegogo. 2 different covers, so they could be the same color of foil. Not this Downcast, the other one.
That's one.
Oh,
That's old news.
Here's this one. See, Fatal. It's working. We're working on it. We passed 800 backers, by the way. Okay, so let's see. We'll get to the larger
awesome.
images, the covers. So there's this color, this cover. I guess there's red in this, huh? Because of these.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that
It's
Kelsey.
faded
cover.
though.
Kelsey's great.
yeah.
Yeah, it is faded. So there's
Real art.
there's yellows, maybe orangish. I don't know.
Can
Yeah,
I
I mean-
give you guys a Kelsey Shannon confession real quick?
Oh yeah.
Tell us.
Okay. So when I first started my YouTube channel and I was like, gonna criticize them SJW comics, there was this comic that came out called Dark Fang, and it was drawn by Kelsey Shannon. I didn't know who he was. I definitely didn't know. I think he might not have even been into Comicsgate back then. This was so long ago. There's a video of me critiquing Dark Fang. The only thing I liked about it was the art, and I was like, "This chick, Kelsey Shannon, sure can draw." Like, I feel like an idiot. So,
You didn't roast his art though. You were like, oh, this
I
is
loved
legit. Yeah,
that was
I
good
love-
art. It was
I love it.
beautiful art. Great
Let me say
storytelling.
this, though.
Everything was good.
He's good.
When I
man.
first saw 20 years ago, whatever, when I saw Ashley Wood's artwork, I thought this chick is fucked up, and she's incredible. And when I found out he was a guy, I was a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a guy? Right.
Guys are fucked up. Guys
No.
That makes more sense.
It's more interesting when girls are. So, like this, look at these blues and that gold in the center, though. You know, I could see a gold type foil.
Yeah, that's true. Now, will the foil show the different? That's a nuanced color. You can't fade. You would have to change all of those colors to solids.
What if you did the background where the energy trails from where the gold?
Oh, now to be clear, this is not an entire foil cover. This is a foil stamp.
It's different spots, right?
It's just the logo.
Oh, it's just the logo
color.
Gotcha.
So it's a different process. As far as I know, this printer doesn't make the actual book itself foil, and that's very expensive. So I think I would destroy my profits if I did that. But a foil stamp, so it's just the logo. The logo will be a single color, and probably have the white outline because the Downcast logo already has like that white around it. So it'd just be where the black section is. So that that changes things. Someday I want to do an entire foil cover, but I need to do more research into that and sort of plan for it ahead of time. So this is just a logo.
Keep moving. I want to see more foils.
All right.
Foil me.
Did Eric do the Downcast logo?
What's that?
Eric, did you do the Downcast logo?
Yes, I did.
I love it.
Good job.
Thank you.
Super clean.
Thank you.
Super. Is it good? I don't have my book anymore. I don't know if you remember. I don't even want to repeat what that guy you just saw peed on it.
Well, he's an old man. Well,
he's an old man. And my son liked the book. He didn't pee on it. And my daughter liked the book. She didn't pee on it. But my cat, I think he might have read it and said, "Where are the cats?"
Mm-hmm. he said, "I thought this said down cats," and he peed on it.
So I don't have it anymore. But I love that. I love the logo, man.
Yeah.
Look at all these to choose. They have a lot of choices here.
There are choices. It's going around in circles. So I think there's the red again. Like it'll. So it's sort of just it goes around in circles.
That blue is kind of nice.
This one right here.
Yeah.
I do like that.
But that gold to the right of it might pop more on your cover in a good way.
So because here's the thing is I'm like, you don't really want to try to match the color because this purple will be printed or this bluish purple. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say more gold or red, something like that.
So gold or red would the same work for this cover? I guess there's some kind of purples up here.
Get some gold on that.
Now, on the last book, you just did the cover, the logo, and then the thing on the back, right? Or am I mistaken?
So there's two things. So we have spot gloss UV, which that'll be, I can put that basically anywhere. So last time I had the characters glossy, and on the back cover there was a little thing. The orb was on the back cover. That was shiny, but that's just spot gloss. Then the logo was foil stamped, but it just looked black because I didn't know that black foil is just black. So you think they wouldn't sell it as foil? Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like.
Well, I think they probably use the same process, so they just call it that. What if you just did like a silver for the logo make that the gloss or the foil?
Is there a black outline on your logo? I forget.
There's a white outline.
There can be. I mean, I can make it however you need it.
There can be a black.
Yeah. That's cool. That's good. That's a good thing to know.
Because that might make it read better, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are your votes? Recommendations? I heard gold, specifically this gold right here.
That purplish blue.
Purplish blue, gold right here. The red. I don't know. We can vote if you guys have any.
Silver.
Should I see the logo again?
Silver.
The logo, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna put it on the logo. You said
Downcast.
Oh, there it is.
It looks like this. So there it is with the white around it.
Okay.
Up at the top in your video, it has the Downcast logo as well, right? It's a little bigger for us to look at. Okay.
Oh, up here. Yes, of course, right at the top. There it is.
So would
okay.
the black stay black in the logo?
No. So the everything black here would be the foil.
Would be the foil. Okay. And then the white would stay, right?
It would be white. Or we could change the white to black and then add foil. See, these are the things. These are all the things we go through. How boring is this?
To be honest, dude, all the nitty gritty and the tiny stuff, whether it's matte finish or glossy, I don't ever care. Enough for me was just the graphic is good, the drawing is great, the colors are nice. Newsprint was plenty for me as far as any book was ever concerned. But I'm not. There's a separate category though. I'm not a collector. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Digital's fine to me. Any dirty book that's big enough can I read it? Can I see the pictures? That's what it all comes down to for me.
Yeah. That's fair.
But I
there's
mean, there are people that are really into that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would imagine I'm different. But the logo's good.
I think
That's
there's
what matters.
aspect. Right. It is a great logo. Eric did a good job.
What if you did? You just used the plain black letters and you did make the white into the foil and you just did a silver.
Yeah.
The only problem with that
Mm-hmm.
is money in that I already have paid them from the first book to make the foil stamp out of this black part.
Oh, okay.
So I could do it, but it's going to cost me an extra $500 to make a stamp with the opposite of it. So that's like my only.
Gotcha.
In hindsight,
start a GoFundMe for $500.
That's true. I guess we can have a stretch goal if it's that. It just seems like such a specific thing that most people are watching. Most people are like, I don't know. So anyway, I don't know. We'll think about that. Got some good recommendations from you all and from the chat. Sorry, I got to look down at the stream. Am I okay? Don't want to make sure nobody's waiting in the wings and I'm ignoring them. But speaking of newsprint, Mighty Mascots, the Mighty Mascots is on Indiegogo right now, and this is actually in newsprint. And it's cool to see newsprint. I heard somebody today sort of ripping on newsprint, but seeing I love newsprint. I know.
So great.
Muckrakers ripping on newsprint. But
I like the color too. Is Keith, are you the writer or the artist?
The writer. Writer and letterer on the book.
Keith, have I gotten to meet you before?
The artist is great. Who's the artist?
What's that?
Who's the artist?
Sorry.
Who's the artist?
Oh, I'm sorry. The artist is Ian Warianto. Okay. The only other thing, he's done a few things, but I know he did Door Kickers that was on Indiegogo. He's the artist for that.
McCullough's book?
Okay.
What's that? Yeah.
McCullough's book?
Scott McCullough.
This was like a completely different gear for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love his style. It's very it's somewhere between anime and superhero.
I love that. That page is beautiful. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I know. I love that too.
The claws coming out of the gloves.
I love that.
Did he color it too?
No, he works with he has a partner that he works with. The colorist name is Anton Bandy, and they kind of go hand in hand together. They kind of came as a package deal when I was looking for artists, and they're both reasonably priced, and I think they do great work. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
It's great. Well, it turned out great. And again, this is printed on newsprint with the colors, like the bright colors and everything. You see Alterna books, they do actually look great in person as well on newsprint because we have modern printing machines and different processes that they look great. So so check this
nice.
out.
Could you go back down again?
Yeah.
Down there. That top image
This
isn't
one?
as good as all these other ones. No, down farther. Down farther, please.
Here we go.
That's
Down,
like
down,
the
down,
old.
down, down.
Here's this one.
Down, 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 down.
This
Down,
one.
down, down. That is
Wow,
great.
I'm really off.
Am I behind? Am I lagging?
Love it. I don't know. Maybe, maybe is this
The
one's
one,
great?
The one where, that one.
Yeah.
Where it looks like the pirate is attacking Mr. Fantastic.
All right.
That's actually.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the Crest commercials from the 70s where it was like the the Cavity Creeps versus the Crest Kids, and they would protect that city of teeth? Do you guys remember that? They were all the animation was, if you look it up on YouTube, the animation was all done by Jack Kirby, which is, if you're a Jack Kirby fan, yeah, check it out.
Commercial?
Yeah, check it out. It's amazing. You'll see it immediately when you watch.
We gotta look this up.
Yeah, look it up. Look up Crest commercial. Those villains are inspired by that.
Did you ever, Keith? Did you work in advertising?
I didn't actually. You would think I did, looking at these books. No, I'm just
Just loves your teeth. Big tooth.
Oh
Big tooth.
my gosh.
Did you find
Sure.
it, Clint?
I think I found it. Is this it? Crest team. We'll play it without sound so we don't get any copyright problem. Well, we're probably not. This is old. Here, I'll play it with sound, actually. Hold
Nobody
on.
cares.
Stop.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
There
Nobody
we go.
cares.
All right, here we go. First time.
Day after day, Toothopolis stands in this beautiful wall
Toothopolis.
of Cavity Creek.
Oh no! It's beautiful.
That's so Kirby right there. Yeah.
The Cavity Creeps. I'll call the Crest team.
Oh my!
Yes, at the upper back molar. Hurry into the Crestmobile.
You want to get kids to buy toothpaste? This is the way to do it.
We must fight the
Yeah, right.
with our fluoride.
Take this, Cavity Creeps.
This is better than Fourth World. Are you kidding me?
You're a constant threat to every Toothopolis.
So you must fight with us.
Have regular checkups
Watch treats.
and brush after every meal with C-E-S-T.
R-E-S-T.
Wow.
And there's a
That's
whole
amazing.
bunch. There's like 5
more.
or 6 different ones. They're all
that's
fun.
I
Done.
bet this is all of them.
Should
I've been
I keep playing
I've
them?
been drawing
They're-
Colgate commercials for the last 17 years, and I've never seen that.
It's
mean-
amazing. Like
the
I
way
remember
that
being blown away by that as a kid. Actually,
Is that a little? I'm
Villains
42.
are
Are
running.
you a little older than me to know that?
I am. I'm actually like 48, so a little
Alright,
older,
so
not much.
That's 5 years. That's a big difference if you're watching cartoons on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, actually, these ads though were they were in like prime time a lot. That's where I saw them, like during like when Wonder Woman was on, and like Dukes of Hazzard.
You mean
and
the
things
Linda
like
Carter?
that. Yeah.
I watched.
Those were maybe I was watching those shows. I think Vaughn's my age too. We're both 42, 41.
Yeah,
We might have
I'm
been
40.
watching those, but just maybe a little too young to remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just on the
Yeah.
just on the cusp of consciousness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man.
well, I was always on the Cavity guy's side. I think this is propaganda, and those people are trapped in that Tooth City. They're trapped. They can't escape. Crest people monitor everything, and Big Crest is watching you. And
Have you guys seen Attack on Titan? Yeah, it's an anime
looks
thing.
like Attack on Titan.
It totally looks like Attack on
I
Titan.
almost wore my
does.
Attack on Titan shirt to this stream, but I
Really?
wish I had now.
Yeah, it totally looks like it.
It does,
there's
like their
inspiration.
cities.
We got giants climbing up the walls. Man, this is amazing. I'm just gonna kind of scroll through some of this, but some of the
Animation's
poses,
cool.
yeah, like it's totally Jack Kirby too. How they run it
Yeah,
at
it definitely
very
is.
Yeah, and the
Was
Cavity
Kirby
Creeps
actually hired
whining.
for it?
What's that?
Was Kirby actually involved, or was it people just aping his notes?
I don't know if he. I mean, it looks like he designed it. I don't know the full history here, but those are definitely his drawings. You know, I don't know if he.
That's the thing right there.
Yeah, right. Looks like the what is it from the Eternals? What are those the Deviants? That's what they kind of look like.
Ah, man, it's kind of creepy to see these teeth around a city, though.
That's protection, Clint. That's protection.
Right.
We make holes in teeth. We make holes in teeth.
That's called
So
molecular prophylactic.
This is where they got the idea for Attack
I
on
love
Titan.
I love their alarms too. It's like crest.
Yeah. They've got fighter jets that are tubes of toothpaste. That's hilarious.
Dang,
They
that's
use
cool.
floss lassos, magic lassos,
Nice.
and water guns filled with Listerine.
Yep.
Because red.
War is
Well,
exciting.
Same concept.
You know, it's like now. I don't know. It's like I don't know if they would make commercials like this anymore. I don't know.
It's too
Charlie,
many
you might know.
balls. Too many balls.
No, they would not. They will not. I haven't seen a pitch anything like that in news. It's always a younger lady shaming an older man in some way. That's pretty much all the commercials. All the same things that drove everyone away from comic books. They're all the same ideas permeating through
Been
advertising.
doing this for years.
Because everybody went to the same school and they had the same teacher and they all taught them the same thing.
Yeah.
Garbage.
And everybody gets and everybody in the room thinks the same thing. So, I mean, when I was in the studio, I would stand up and just sort of say, "Isn't this rude to men?" But when I was in the room, it was 2006, 2007, 2008, and since then I've been home.
Yeah.
Good choice. I like how the
Yeah.
Crest people are like, we live in an advanced utopia with crazy, cosmic, and the Cavity guys are like, we built a raft out of twigs. Like they're really primitive, dude.
That is a great drawing. I bet continuity
metaphor,
did
man.
this. I bet this was continuity. Do you know what continuity was? You guys know about that?
Well, they're all connected. Is that what you mean? Like each
No.
commercial?
Continuity was Neil Adams and
Oh.
Dick Giordano started an advertising art group because they were sitting around with their comic book artist buddies one day, and they said, "We're not making any money in comic books." And Neil Adams said, "I just made a bundle in advertising." So guys that were sitting around in a bullpen working for comic books, making $50 per page, could make 10 times that in advertising with each shot that they took at you would get $50 per frame, right? And you would make 20 frames in a night as opposed to $50 per page, which took a day. So Neil went in with Dick Giordano. I couldn't think of his name. Remember a couple weeks ago, I couldn't think of his name. Dick Giordano is a genius. And they went to their friends and just said, "You guys want to make real money? Here, draw these 50 frames." And this looks like what continuity might have done years ago, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Be smart to bring Kirby in. I mean, I think Kirby used to work for Fleischer Studios too, right? Like animation.
I don't know.
I had heard he worked on like the old Popeye cartoons and stuff before Superman.
Those Superman the Superman cartoons from the 30s still are the most beautiful things ever made.
Yeah, they really are.
Animation ever. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Thor's hammer right here, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
It totally is. So funny, man.
Whomsoever
Wrong,
holds
that
his
is
Looks like
hammer.
it has the
I don't wonder if there's
Does it
an
have
episode.
side too, it looks like.
I wonder if there's just some episode of some Avengers cartoon that they just stole those guys from and just said, "Oh, these are cavities," and all they had to do was animate people in suits to save a few bucks.
Yeah.
Well, Keith, where you're 48? What? Can you tell us a little bit about the path? What led you here?
What led me here? Well, I've always wanted to be. Well, actually, I started off wanting to be a comic strip artist, like when I was really young, like 'cause I can draw a little bit, but it's more like cartoony style, like Garfield or like Snoopy, that kind of stuff. I was never good at like superhero art. So that's what I wanted to be growing up, is just getting into comic strips and stuff. But like, you know, when the newspaper industry is like dying left and right, it's almost impossible to get into like any kind of like a syndicated, you know, comic strip gig. So I kind of gave that up, and I fell more into like a writer, like the writer kind of side of things. But I've been, you know, making comics for at least 15 years now. And, you know, I have a lot of self-published ones that I made, and, you know, I've been going to conventions a lot and trying to just build up an audience. And Mighty Mascots was like kind of like the first thing that kind of hit with, you know, when I pitched it to Alterna. So, and that was about 3 years ago at this point.
Based on your accent, can I take a guess?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, are you in Detroit? Are you near
No,
Detroit?
I'm actually in Massachusetts.
Oh,
so
not even close.
Yeah. I have the Harvard, you know, park the car, you know.
I always look at these guys. None of them have an accent either. I don't understand. Oklahoma, no Oklahoma, no Kansas, no Utah. Not that I've ever heard anyone talk. Not that I've ever heard anyone talk and said, "Hey, you must be from Utah."
No, that doesn't.
Yeah, right.
When I
no. You can hear it because he pronounces it both with an L.
Yeah,
that's from Utah. That's Utah right there.
I say anything with a T in it. The thing is, I think probably most accents in the U.S. you only notice like the little, you know, those little pieces here and there. But yeah, mountains is how you're supposed to say it.
Yeah,
mountains.
Nobody says that. Nobody says mountains.
Nobody says that.
Oh, you should come here. There are certain places in Utah where it's like, let me think. the corners of your home, four corners of the earth, or whatever. I can't describe it. It's like a Texas pirate. That's what it sounds like.
Well, growing up, my dad still does it, but growing up, my parents, my grandparents all put R's in Washington and wash the car. Go wash the car.
Worcestershire.
George Washington.
That's a Kansas thing, though. I grew up hearing people. I've grown up and lived in New Jersey my whole life, and I went to Pennsylvania as an 18-year-old, and a guy, it was my girlfriend's grandfather, and he said, "Oh, you're from New Jersey? Do you live on Toity, Toid, and Toid?" And I said, "I've never heard anyone say that.
Toity, Toid, and
It's not even a thing." And he said "warsh," and I started to think, "Do you say?" And then he asked me, "Do you say warsh?" I said, "I don't. I think that says old people. I don't, because you don't say warsh."
It might just be old people. Yeah,
it might be. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll notice just like little bits of accent. Definitely when Keith was talking, I can't remember what the word was. He said something that I knew. That's a word from somewhere else.
Yeah.
I forgot.
People tell me my accent comes out sometimes. I'll say y'all or something, or certain words, they'll hear it. But overall, I grew up terrified to make any kind of like rednecky twang, because my parents made fun of it so much. Like everywhere we'd go, if like some idiot would be walking in front of the car or whatever, that my parents would be like, "Where's my trailer? Dang-a-lang, ding, dang, dang." And then we'd make fun of it so much, make fun of the rednecks around here, that I was like, okay, not doing that.
How did you escape being a redneck?
I don't know. The grunge movement in the 90s, maybe? I don't know. I became a goth kid. I think that's how I did.
That'll do it. Then you work with a burlesque dancer from New York. That'll drive the redneck right out of you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Got to be a little more eloquent.
Raise that pinky. What about the word FOR?
For. It depends on the sentence.
Do you say it for all the time, or do you ever say it differently? I'm just curious.
4.
I'm really happy for you guys.
4.
So maybe it's a Utah thing. We say like fur, you guys.
Yeah,
For you guys.
Okay, that ends up
We're
coming up.
speaking
Yeah.
quickly. You say fur. I say fur. What are you going to do for it? Well, maybe I say 4. I'm sure it's one of those things that I have driven out because, like Vaughn, I tried to drive all that stuff out of my
Yeah.
existence.
Yeah.
All I
Like,
care about is
a lot-
driving out like from
A lot of
everybody's
people in my
sentence.
family say,
Don't say I was like. Don't say it was like. Say exactly what you mean. Don't say approximately what you mean. Vaughn's a writer. Eric, you're a little bit of a writer.
"Sure, I'll take it."
Keith, you're definitely a writer. Clint, you're definitely a writer. Don't ever say like. It's destroying the English language.
Yeah.
I was in isolation from
guilty of
2000 and pretty much 7. I know, me too. And I've treated it as though I'm an alcoholic and I'm not going to touch alcohol anymore. And I yell at everybody around me because people around my kids, I don't care if they say fuck or cunt or anything. Say it all. Say it all. Just don't say like.
If you say like cunt, like I'm out.
Oh my god! I was like a total cunt to that motherfucker.
Were you like a cunt?
I was gonna say like I really want this stream to be PG, but
Oh, Clint, I'm sorry. Wait, are we aiming at that?
You don't invite Vaughn on if you want your stream to be PG.
I will be PG. I will if you need me to be.
I keep meaning.
That's the only bugaboo on my butt. Don't
No,
say. You're all the accents are welcome. When people from Massachusetts tell me they're from Massachusetts, now Keith, all I can see is on your head a big black hat with a buckle, and that you must wear shoes with buckles, and you must have all the turkeys and all the Thanksgivings because that's all. I'm from Massachusetts. You might as well just said I'm from Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's true.
Thanksgiving land. Oh,
No, man, they got the most bitchin' graveyards there and sweet Halloweens. They got some cool things in
Yes.
Mass.
just old houses.
That's what the goth kid would be thinking.
Yeah, the Salem special is great.
This is true.
Salem.
Yeah.
Is that so?
It's like a mecca. It's our goth mecca.
Do,
It is.
yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Do people just go there and like do
Dance.
seances or- dance. Dance in the woods. Is that a thing?
Float amongst the witches.
Their levitation parties.
Yeah, right.
So everybody, in case you didn't notice, there's been 2 more backers at least on Mighty Mascots.
Awesome.
So appreciate it. I'm going to post the link again in the chat. If you haven't backed it yet, get in there because actually this, this is off to a really good start. $5,000 goal, and this is actually super affordable. So even if you just want $10, you get the 100-page graphic novel, which is fantastic. But you know what I did is I went for the variant covers because I guess I'm a collector like that. I don't know. So I went.
Interact behind you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a collector.
I like the covers. Okay. So I got the variant covers, all 5 variant covers for $25. I think that's a good one. But there's all sorts of great ones. So do check it out.
Like stuff with my old work, and then I wanted to point out too, if you scroll down, Clint, the bull call is like a nod to like the Avengers. And remember the old Avengers book? Back up again. It's right above that image. This right here with the group shot of all of them. It's remember in the Avengers comics they used to do the Avengers roll call. This is like the mascot bowl call, and it's all
The bowl.
all the different cereal.
I just
cereal
sure you
mascots.
didn't work in advertising.
It's great.
I think
That's
like
a
an
good
advertiser.
pun.
That's so funny.
Captain Horatio Honeyflakes, Boxer Bear, Mondo Martian, Brewster, McPunch,
Is
Professor
that like the
Manny
Kool-Aid
Coleman.
Man?
Yeah, it is.
Dude,
I love it.
this is fun as shit, man. This
So
I
bonus
love it.
points if you guys can get all the cereals they're based off of. Obviously, the
Captain
Brewster
Crunch.
is the Kool-Aid Man, and Manny is based off of Gary Coleman, basically.
Wait, which one's Gary Coleman?
Professor Manny Coleman.
The black one, dude. Dude, wait. Was Gary Coleman a cereal? What is going on here?
But he was a Saturday morning cartoon, and the actual character is a scientist, but he used to be a former child star. So
that makes sense.
That's the connection. Yeah.
Okay, and then we got Toucan Sam,
who was murdered by his wife. Have you seen that shit?
Yeah, right.
He was murdered by that lady. She married him for his money, and then she murdered him.
Yep.
She called 911 and said, "Oh, I saw there's blood. I don't want to go there. He's dead at the bottom of the steps." She wouldn't help him.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
Yeah, she offed him. She pushed him down steps. We all know it.
Oh yeah. He was so tiny too. I met him at New York Comic Con like years ago, and I mean he was wearing moon boots. Funny enough, which was
What are you talking about, Snogans? Are you telling me someone murdered Gary Coleman?
Yeah, are you not aware? It's up
there.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
I had no idea. I'll look it up. I had no idea he was murdered.
Yeah, it was a few years, maybe 10 years ago. He ran for governor of California. I remember that, right? Against the governor.
Yeah, I remember that.
He didn't quite make it, and then it was maybe 2 years later. This broad pushed him down steps, and there's the 911 call. If you listen to the 911 call, she's unaffected. And,
it's very. She was. Yeah, they seem to have a weird relationship.
Man,
there's people in the chat are like, I never heard this.
I need to make like a true crime documentary about it or something. That's usually like where I hear about this kind of stuff, and it's like, what? How did I not know about this? And the classic push him down the stairs. He's wearing moon boots. He's not gonna be able to.
He's saying he's in moon boots.
You're not gonna bounce your way out of this one, Coleman. Well, okay. And then you got Toucan Sam, Sea-Rat, and then Whack, Smack, and Boom, which is Snap, Crackle, Pop.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And then Boxer Bear must be like what, that Golden Crisp bear?
Kind of like
a Golden
Tiger.
Okay, because he's more feral. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mondo Martian.
That one's sort of a deep cut.
Quisp.
That was for. Yep. Oh, you got it. Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's Quisp.
Quisp,
which is like the most delicious cereal ever.
It is the best cereal on planet Earth.
It is big time.
Why don't I know this?
You can get it still, but it costs like $10 a box on like Amazon. But it's delicious.
It is 20 years old, but still good.
It's still delicious.
You can buy. I was looking one time. You can buy all sorts of weird snack foods from like the 90s that are discontinued on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why you would, but you can.
Take your life into your own hands. Hey, and people were buying Surge there for a while that way.
Yeah.
But soda does not carry that long. But they brought it back. But they brought it back. It doesn't taste the same, or I just forgot what it tastes like. Did you guys get Surge when it came back?
No,
I didn't. They do it all the time though with stuff like
just to taste it.
Yeah,
even the Monster cereals, when they brought those back, they didn't taste quite the same.
Oh, I just want Ecto Cooler. That's the only thing I'll take.
Yeah,
that was the best.
That is or did come back.
It did with the new Ghostbuster movie. They brought back Ecto Cooler.
There are a few. Well, let me read this super chat real quick so we can see Vaughn's face again. Draw and Talk for $2. Thank you very much. He says, this book looks awesome. Great stream, Clint. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's funny, like I went to Walmart and there's like whole just sections of like the toy section or the electronics section that just has, they're just trying to sell nostalgia. So it'll be like old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, like the art from the cartoon, the original cartoon series, like Hot Wheels cars, or like just all these random things. I was like, man, they're just making money off of guys like me that are like, oh, I remember that when I was a kid. And why am I in the toy section? That needs no explanation.
I'm kidding. That's the only stuff that sells these days. If it's not Minecraft or Fortnite toys. I mean, besides Nerf, what my kids buy are Nerf and Lego, and nothing else sells unless it's got some sort of licensing deal with it.
Do they buy action figures?
I wish they did, but no.
I loved action figures. My kids don't. I can't figure out how to get them to like. I want them to like
Punch
them,
him in
but
the
they
face.
don't. Is that how
Well,
it
I'll
works?
take it back. My son did buy some, but it didn't last. They had Fortnite figures. They're very G.I. Joe. I'll give him that. I'll give him props for that. There were all these weapons and, they had articulation like the G.I. Joes, not the 80s ones.
Yeah.
And they were pretty solid. But, he buys...
Spoken from a man of action.
Yeah, he buys comic or video game stuff. So,
Is that all
Well, there
there is
aren't
now?
very good. There aren't very good shows or movies to inspire you to want to buy those action figures anymore. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
Star
true.
Wars is a piece of crap. Ghostbusters sucks. Terminator. Blah. There's not. We used to have all these cool things where you would want the figure right when you saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't make good cartoons that tie it in. I mean, how great was the G.I. Joe cartoon growing up?
Oh, that was good.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't
Yeah.
have stuff like that anymore. I mean, they're not going to do Steven Universe. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't know. It's just, there's nothing like good like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those wouldn't be action figures either. Those just be like hipster figures that you
Right.
like bring to a coffee shop and try to impress a chick
Hipster
with.
in action figures, with
Yeah.
no movement or anything.
No
They have, like-
articulation.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Fortnite Nerf gun stuff. They had. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't understand action figures have just fallen out. I don't
yeah,
get
they
it.
have. I mean,
That seems impossible.
they
It
got pretty
does.
expensive too, because I think that the market shifted because the action figures that you can buy don't do much. They are very much like the Kenner toys of the 90s with just arm and leg action, no elbow or knee action.
I
But
bought
if
a
you want to
Spider-Man
get
that does
the
everything.
high-tech ones, the McFarlane ones, you're spending at least $20, and kids just don't have that
I'll
kind
tell you
of.
what I want. I want a Scarecrow action figure.
You want a Scarecrow action figure?
Yeah.
Shit with boss.
That really should happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And I want a Cyberfrog action figure.
Yeah.
Be
Which
cool.
is
We're close.
happening.
We're close on both.
Yeah. I've seen models for both. Some of the stuff that Ethan has been posting has just been, there we go. There's the action figure. It's just
Like
been
that?
amazing. Like the detail warts on a
That
frog.
looks beautiful.
Look at the bolt coming off the gun there for the bolt action
So
part. That's so cool.
it
really
turns
cool.
out the guy that's sculpting this is a cop, so he's gonna get the details right on the weapons and the pouches and
Not only that,
all that gear. He's gonna
he's
get it right.
leaving
So
his,
this
he's
is
about to
a prototype.
retire and never go back to work.
Yeah.
So this is from Cyberfrog?
No, this is Battle Brick Road. This is Eric's.
Oh, yeah, Eric. This looks great. I saw this on Indiegogo.
What is that
Thank
chart?
$42,000.
Clint, he blew past Downcast.
I know, man. We're gonna be Nacho's sending me 10 pages of original art, and I'm gonna add those to the campaign as well. So it's not over yet. Yeah.
Eric, are you thrilled? You blew past Downcast.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. Except now we've got original art coming in, and Fatal. So
Fatal is going to be fatal.
it's
For
going
you.
to be fatal to my campaign. However, I do have an ace up my sleeve, so
That's right.
What's the
I
ace?
might know what that is.
I think you do.
Charlie, you stick around after we close the stream just for 5 minutes, and you'll find out. I'm guessing.
So I've got some new
Is it
pages.
naked
up
ladies?
here. Can you see? No,
That looks like boobs right there, right at the
that's
bottom.
the
of
idea.
screen.
Yeah.
Eric,
I'm
did
in.
you want anything on this book?
Robo boobs.
No inking. No. All these pencils are going to be colored like this
Ooh,
and like
Really
this.
cool.
I dig
Pretty.
that chapeau.
it's pretty.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Only, not every colorist can pull this off, but Farah Nurmaliza can pull this off.
Eric, did you color this? Who colored it?
No, Farah did.
Clint,
Farrah's
we
good.
need to hire a colorist.
I was going to talk about with the cover. So
I can't. I mean,
okay,
maybe
if
I
you
could
can't,
color our cover.
let's just hire a color, someone that specializes in it, because you're killing the line art. Just hire a colorist, no big deal.
Maybe I could color the cover, but I hate coloring.
It's up to you.
Don't worry about it, dude.
Don't even worry
Get
about it. Yeah,
somebody- get somebody to color it.
there are people who specialize in colors. And,
Yeah.
there are a lot of good colorists out there too. Is the thing.
A lot of them.
Eric, who did you hire to color? That page is beautiful, by the way. I mean, your lettering specialist, the wham with the guy falling off the back of the bike with the speed lines. It's phenomenal.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. Farah Normaliza is the colorist. She colored Door Kickers and Peregrine Wings of the Falcon and a few other books that she colors a lot of stuff. College of the Dead. She's very busy. I'm on a waiting list. I mean, I can't get my stuff colored till July or August, so I'm trying to get her. I'm trying to make it worth my wait by getting a bunch of pages done between now and then.
We could look around.
There are others out there. Press color. He colored this. No, wait, no, he didn't. This was somebody else. He colored. What did he color?
Color a trading card for you.
Yeah, he colored Aaron Alfici's trading card.
You got Aaron to color. You got Aaron
Somebody asked a question and I didn't hear it.
You got Aaron to make you a trading card?
Yeah,
Aaron's artwork.
I didn't make him.
You forced him.
I didn't force him.
Of an AR-15.
I did nothing. He came to me and said I want to do one. So.
Oh, welcome to Oz.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Were his shoes sticking out from underneath one of your houses?
No. No,
why Oz, dude?
Why not?
Right,
no, I don't know if you've heard the origin of this story.
Little...
Have you heard the origin of this story?
I have, but I would always like to hear it again.
Yeah, I'd like to hear
it. Basically, I had wrapped up Flying Fortress, and I got burnt out on making comics because I spent 7 years working on that book, and I did almost everything by myself, from writing to lettering to pre-press to conventions, and it was just a pain in the ass. So I said, I'm done, but I wanted to be creative, so I started to learn how to paint, and I did a lot of great paintings. Actually, I want to show some of that stuff off too. I did a lot of fun stuff. And
you painted? You're a painter?
Yeah. I'll show you.
He's good. He's real good.
So if you got the book, the bookmark, I painted that. So these are some of my paintings.
Holy moly!
Look at this Hopper. Click on Hopper from Stranger Things, man. Oh, look at that. He's captured his character so beautifully.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Oh,
likenesses seem hard. I could not draw likeness. That's for sure.
Oh, I love doing likenesses because when you get it right.
That's true.
No, it's a Mustang being chased by a 109.
Here's my daughter's favorite plane. It's the
F4U Corsair.
That's it, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
We're learning our letters with this plane. F4U
nice.
Corsair.
Yeah. I really dug painting, man.
Do you paint covers? What do you?
Or could I haven't?
For lettering for. Can you just paint a cover?
Yeah, maybe. It's been a while. I have to work the cobwebs out, and that's probably that would take me a while to work them out. But
are these digital paintings or are they physical?
No, they're digital. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Eric Weathers hiding secrets from. Have you been open about this? Who?
I've posted it before.
Man.
We have a T-Dex. We have a T-Dex.
Yeah, I posted him before.
Sad orc. I always think that orc has some sort of evil orc herpes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Orc herpes. Is there any other kind
orc herpes worse?
Herpes.
This was my favorite one. I never colored it, but I wanted to.
Oh, it's pretty.
So,
who's the dude on the right? He's the one from
Rogue
One. Yeah, Krennic. Yeah, man. I want to do more of this. I like the movie poster stuff, the Drew Struzan stuff. I want to do more, but things got really busy with lettering, like seriously busy with lettering. So,
why, if this is what you do, why so much lettering? How did that happen?
It fell into my lap, honestly. Well, it sort of fell in my lap. John Malin was put out a tweet that said, "Hey, we're looking for a letterer." I had just lettered Zeb's other book, and I said, "Okay, I'll give it a shot. Maybe make a few bucks." I like this Comicsgate thing. So I put in he had pages on his campaign that were without lettering, and he said he wanted a Spawn style look. So I grabbed my issue of Spawn #1 and just basically aped that style, picked my lyrics, picked the dialogue from a Metallica song, and just made a mock-up. And John said, "You're hired." And then
Nice.
what felt like the next day, but it was probably a couple weeks. Your boy posted that he was lettering Jawbreakers 1. And I emailed him right away. And I said, I think I can help you out.
Stop.
And
Do
I
not
said,
do.
Yeah. I said, stop. I did. I basically said, don't do it. I can make it look better. And he hired me on, he hired me too. And then it's just been, everybody's just come to me because John put my name in back in the day in the DM group. And I just started getting DMs from everybody, from, John and Mitch and Ethan. Now I'm lettering for Ethan. I mean, everybody on Clint, Vaughn.
It comes from the courage of putting yourself out there and saying, "Hey, I can do this."
Yeah.
So I guess I can say this too, but I had an editor that wanted to edit for Downcast, and I said, I already have an editor, but you can edit the Secret History of Strata. Christina Lynn, and yeah, she's done a few things, but she's just like persistent. She's very, very nice, but she's still like, hey, just wanted to follow up on this. And then so I was like, okay, well, I'll have you do it. We'll pay you. And she did an amazing job. She knew all these really obscure grammar things that like I remember learning one time in college. But yeah, I was like anyway, I was just like, dang, she's really good at this, like the proofreading kind of stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, I think there's room. Like if you're good at something, you gotta put yourself out there. Ask,
Yeah.
I still don't know what an editor does.
Oh man, editors are their life. they're important.
They're necessary. Absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
They are necessary.
Yeah.
Yes,
they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that one. Bill Murray and that movie's great.
I have still, I forget the name of the show. I've never seen it.
Yo, Eric, have you seen
The Life Aquatic?
Yeah, it's a great movie. Yo, and just looking at that, man. Do you know Bernie Fuchs? Do you know Bernie Fuchs?
I know that name. Why do I know that name?
Hang on a minute. I'm rolling back. Bernie Fuchs, amazing illustrator, American illustrator, Bernie Fuchs.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I know his stuff.
I don't. I'm not familiar. It looks good so far.
Not in the world of the arts, Clint. Come on.
I'm not that artsy. Does he do comics?
Did he do no, he did
some sequentials in there.
Before there was Photoshop.
Wow. Cool. That really good 50s advertising stuff.
Yeah.
Looks a lot looks like Sean Phillips stuff. Have you ever seen his covers and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would imagine if Sean Phillips is working anytime after the 80s or 90s, this is what he's drawing on, because Bernie Fuchs, I mean, this was where it's at, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. And then, I mean, even, let's bend it back a little bit.
You're hurting my heart how you stretch that spine.
The books are mechanisms to deliver the images.
I know. I guess I am a collector.
Paint.
Man, Charlie, you're making me want to paint again.
Look at that, man.
It's really nice.
Making me want to paint again, man.
So go back to your you had the Life Aquatic picture. Go back and look at it.
All right.
Put it back up there, and
hang on.
You're on the hunt. Let's say you're in the hunt.
It's cool, man.
Dig that, man.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I like it.
My
here, then.
I want to do it, but there's so much to it.
Eric, is that digital? Digital painting, or is that traditional?
That's beautiful. Yeah, I do digital painting, and
Okay.
originally I wanted to do Oz digitally like this, and I feel like I can work faster this way too. But
You probably can.
yeah,
There's something about trying to deliver that. I always feel I'm making these black and white drawings, and I'm thinking I'm going backwards a little bit to sort of engage in a medium that's a little from the past, right?
Sure. Yeah.
well, I mean, painting's been around
Because
forever.
the digital painting, but the digital method that you're talking about might be quicker.
If
And
you
not
feel so.
backwards, right?
if you skip line art altogether, or like skip the ink step and just go to
Yeah.
straight digital painting, yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
you don't.
yeah.
You do line. You lay down line art. You draw in what you want. At least that's the. Not everybody does that. That's the way I did it because
Sure,
I know
yeah.
how to draw, and I picked up painting like that. Like it just came to me. I'd never done it before, and this was probably my third or fourth painting. Like this was my first color portrait, and before then I had done like 3 or 4.
It's awesome.
Sweet.
That's beautiful.
Fuke me. That's good.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
Really good, man.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
man.
all pre-Photoshop, man.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
It's interesting how it evolves.
Mhm.
Artwork altogether, because comics that have kind of a special look. When I look at illustration from other kinds of things, like video games or other things, like you don't have the line art, the inked, not just line art, inked. You know what I mean? Blacks, heavy blacks and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have that.
Mm.
So it's like you could do a book. I'm sure you could do a book like that. I don't know though. I don't know. I just assumed it would take a lot more time.
You can, like I said, I'm going to. I mean, I am going to be doing that with Savage Wilds. They want me to paint it, so it's just going to take me a while to stretch those muscles and get back into it. So,
Well, I mean, also in the advertising world or maybe in the video game world, they do this thing called photo bashing.
mm-hmm.
Did you guys
Oh,
know
yeah.
that term?
Yeah, absolutely.
Photo bashing. It's sort of disappointing. I mean, if you're drawing comic books, the idea is sort of make a cartoon that bounces. Make something that can't happen, right? Make the implausible plausible. But if you're just stuck in photos, which in advertising mostly that's what people are doing, and I don't know about video games as much. They're making digital paintings.
Yeah.
But certainly in advertising, they're taking pictures and putting them together in Photoshop. And I was always coming up through art school. They would say, just take a photograph and put it in the opaque overhead projector, project it on the wall, and then trace it and then paint it. And I always thought, why? I have the picture. I have Photoshop. Why would I bother with that? I always preferred to draw it and turn it into something else. And because I did that, nothing I ever painted looked as good as the other people in school. So this is young people doing this. I always chose to do zero reference, just zero reference. I would make everything up right down to people's faces, and that's a different muscle. So, I mean, you're going to talk to, if you talk to Malin or Ethan or Kelsey, if you're talking, or Kanan, oh my goodness, Kanan,
he's good.
that's a technical proficiency. I'm not sure what he's doing, but that's a technical proficiency that's astonishing. If you talk to him, if you're making stuff up, Eric, I don't know if you're making stuff up, it's a wholly different muscle. I mean,
It is. Yeah, it absolutely is. But I still think, like, you had to have had a foundation on learning how to do that stuff from reference before you can say, I'm going to just draw it and make it up. Like, you have to understand, and I'm talking the very basic fundamentals of lighting, drapery, anatomy. You have to know that stuff before you can make it up and make it believable.
Well, all my background, all my start was Warner Brothers cartoons.
Sure.
All I wanted to do was draw Ninja Turtles and Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And I used to sit in front of the TV with the VHS and pause it with the VHS lines right across, the tracking all fucked up. And I would just draw Ninja Turtles with my buddy. And then we would not only draw Ninja Turtles, then we built, because, you're just regular kids, right? So you don't have nunchucks. So you just think, I'm going to draw this. I'm going to draw Raphael because he's hilarious. Then I am going to build nunchucks. And then
In the
me and my
garage.
buddy, yes, in the garage.
With random crap that I find in there.
Then who else even knows this feeling of taking your mother's or your father's, I don't know who's exactly is into this, but their knife sharpener, you take it out of the knife block and think, this knife sharpener, they never use this. This is a great base for Raphael's Sai.
Yeah.
So you just take a wire hanger and
some tinfoil.
Nice.
tinfoil. Because Rob Paulson's funny.
I made Batman gauntlets out of my soccer shin guards once with like little cardboard fins like taped on poorly, and I couldn't make bat ears, so I just took markers and like dug them into my poor little skull and put a ski mask on top. So it was like a pointy mask on top. It was like Batman Begins. No, man, like Batman's homeless. It was bad. It was bad. But I like to like prove I was cool too. I had to do like 1 feet too, of course, right? So like you start lowering the garage door, and of course you roll in right before it lands, and you're like, yeah, Batman.
Have they ever done an Elseworlds? Batman was not rich, not a millionaire. He was homeless. I feel like that needs to be done sometime.
Yeah.
Vaughn gets the credit. He should do that.
Homeless Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, like what if he
Completely
without
homeless,
his
that'd be awesome.
resources, would he still have the drive?
His bat cave is a U-Haul box, you know. Alfred is like some hobo that brings him like a jar of piss to drink every now and again. It'd be fun. We'd have fun with it. Robin is like a corner boy that he knows. A street kid.
Just some gay for pay kid.
Yeah.
Come on, Robin.
Yeah.
Come
Come
on,
on,
Robin.
Robin.
I've got stuff to do.
That's funny.
That's not a mask with 2 eye holes. We have business outside of this public restroom.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but wait, did you all make nunchucks? Am I the only one that did that?
No, I just got them at the fair. You'd win them on any one of the fair games. You get those foam ones with the rope as the string. And somehow I ended up with wooden ones with a chain. I don't know how, and I don't know where they are anymore. I don't know how I lost
did
them.
you injure with that?
Those are the ones everybody hurts themselves with, so it's probably for
I
the
know.
best.
Nunchucks.
Yeah, they're dangerous. Well, I appreciate everyone. I'm going to close off the stream. I'm going to be abrupt about it too, so we'll
Oh my
do it.
goodness! Just end it right now.
I've got stuff to do, so I appreciate everyone coming on the stream. Everybody should check out. I'll share one last time. Oh wait, I am sharing. Here we go. Mighty Mascots. Check it out on Indiegogo right now. I'm going to post the link, and I just backed it. I'm happy to back it, and you should back it too. It's on beautiful, beautiful newsprint, and it smells fantastic. Also, great book. Keith, we appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and nice to meet all of you guys.
Yeah, Keith.
Yeah, great to meet you, Keith.
Also, we have. I'm trying to post that link. There we go. We have Fatal coming out soon. We'll say that very soon. So I've got a pre-launch page up here. If you've signed up for the mailing list, it's the same thing, but I just figured some people, I don't know, maybe they don't want to sign up for the mailing list, but they'll sign up for Indiegogo pre-launch page. Here it is. Check it out. You can see a little bit of the artwork. There's more to come. We'll probably, I don't know, you'll see the page when it's launched, but it's just fantastic. I'm really excited about writing this. Putting my best work into it. So I'm looking forward to it. Check that out. Sign up for the mailing list if you haven't yet.
Vaughn can hit that pitch right before we go. Vaughn say, if you want your aliens dead, get Fatal.
If you want your aliens dead, get Fatal.
Thanks,
I don't
everybody.
know. That's awesome, man. I cannot wait for this book. Yeah, this is one of my big ones. Yeah.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be
Eric,
great.
I just saw you had your video for. Why didn't you have Vaughn do the voiceover?
I could. I do need to update it. I want to Well, I'll tell you after we're done here why I'm going to update it. But
Yeah,
I could always have Vaughn do it.
Vaughn's great.
He's right.
Besides, I had Dan Frager was telling me that I should add sound effects. So an updated video is not a bad idea. I'll get there.
Yeah.
All right.
Good idea. I'll see you next time tomorrow with the video. I'm going to be pumping out videos. We've got content coming as Downcast is finished. So appreciate everybody. And I'll see you in the next video / live stream. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
And good night.
Bye.
Peace.
Aloha.